I'm waiting for this to connect. There it is. Hey, hey. My lives. How y'all doing? There it is. There we go. Um, okay. I think we're back. That's weird. Um, hi. It, it kind of made me laugh a little bit. I'm sorry. Whole son for real. That's kind of funny. Especially that just got kind of thrown out today was I don't know, people have their own opinions on what all of that means. Uh-oh. Okay. So this one right here, this comment needs to go. So how are y'all doing? Hi, Killer Cam 2009. Hi, Slad Dog One on TikTok. Hi, Dunda Reed and Quentin453 on Instagram. What is up? Um, welcome to the Bedroom Chronicles. I am your host, Taja New. Am a rhythmic pop artist that started the Bedroom Chronicles, this particular live stream, to keep up with my fans, the Nubian team, with updates and anything new that's going on, and also advice or anything or from my experience, any type of lessons that I've learned or whatever that could help other people along the way. So as far as like artists go, and also just like life in general, but music is really focus. So hi Abraham, hi Bilal, hi beautiful disaster 842, all on Instagram. How are y'all doing? Um, like I said, this is just what you call it. Now, here's the thing, right? Like today, I really don't have much to talk about because there's just so much, so little time, and it's just like all over the place with things. Two things that definitely first one is that the New England Music Awards are happening on the 16th, so I'm very, very, very excited about that. So I don't know, maybe I'll like kind of go live for a little bit or whatever have you while I'm there, so that y'all could kind of be there with me. Um, but I am attending, and I'm very like stoked about that. Yeah, maybe I'll or something like that for a little bit so that you guys can see like what it's that's happening. And then also at the end of the month, I will be live in the Western Massachusetts area. I will be live in Mass at I don't want to get the venue wrong. Let me see if I can get the venue because I don't want to say the wrong thing. But I'm pretty sure I know the name. I just don't want to screw it up. But I will be live um ooh, at Workshop 13. I'm kind of glad that I looked it up. I will be live in Ware, Mass on November 29th at Workshop 13. So if any of you live in the West area or you plan to be in Western Massachusetts around that time, please look out for that. The information for that is going to be coming out soon as far as tickets and everything goes. I'm going to be posting all of that very, very soon. But I'm really excited for the show. I'm excited to play alongside some of the artists that are going to be in the show. And I think it's going to be an amazing time. So just be on the lookout if you are in the Western Massachusetts area to look out for November 29th. Um, so that's that. Like I said, I really don't have much to talk about today, y'all. Like I said, I mean, I'm working on my new music. I'm, just doing a bunch of things, planting seeds and trying to make it pop, make it pop. But if you have not seen, Fallen has been getting some some steam as far as the music um community blogs and reviews, and so I'm very, very, very excited about that. That has been happening. um I just want to give a shout out to Breaking Sounds Radio. I want to give a shout out to Brussels. There is a radio station there, and they have a show called The Music of Europe. And so, shout out to them. Shout out to Dulaxi for including us on their blog. And shout out to Jansphere for including us on the Tone Flames blog. Um, it's just been crazy, y'all. Like, I'm just trying to keep full steam ahead, keep my head like stable as I'm going through everything because it's just a lot at one time. And when you are in hi hype, hi Angelo, hi lovely Miss, hi Bella Mira, all on TikTok. Um, when you get to a point in your career, like it ends up, I don't know. I don't know what I guess since I've never been there, I'm not really sure what it is that like stardom feels like. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what that feels like, but this feels different for me. And not in a way in which I haven't been somewhere in this arena before. It feels different for me in this like era of my career. I feel like I was getting here before, but I never quite was able to because of COVID. Um, but I feel like a lot is happening now. I mean, like I said, I manifested at the beginning of this year, and I really wasn't kidding about that. Um, so hi, Fred. Hi, Donnell. Hi, Chris. Hi, Willie. Hi, Leonard. Hi, Trucking with the Woman on TikTok. How y'all doing? Throw some hearts up. Um, yeah, I feel like I was here kind of, sort of before, but it didn't, I guess at the time, there wasn't as much to oversee because it wasn't as digital as it is now. But because of the digital space and the way that things work now as an independent artist, where majority of the work has to be done on your end before anyone buys in, basically. um because of that, I feel like I'm able to feel more of what's actually happening than I did before, if that makes sense. So I feel every single like push forward because I'm the one that's literally like behind all of it. So I am just in this space to where, like I said, I don't know what stardom feels like. I have no idea what like a snowball effect feels like in this like arena, but I feel like it is happening now. That it does feel very much like that. It feels like the start of the snowball, because all of a sudden it's just like I feel like I'm like on hypersensitive like um control, like on a video game or something. So I'm kind of all over the place. Um Hi Tootie. Hi Big Ass Senior. Hi Doradisha, Justile Williams. Um how y'all doing? Hi Bertel Campbell Jr. on TikTok. Um but one of the things I think Ice Rider, hi. One of the things that I think is making this different, honestly, gonna be quite frank with you, is all of you. I really think that's what's making it different. Um, I have gotten so much love in like the past couple of weeks that online, like from all of you, that has allowed me to understand how many of you are paying attention. Um, from you commenting like my growth and my progress from seeing previous videos and the videos that I'm posting now, anywhere from that to a lot of you asking me about when it is that I'll be live in your area, and when it is it that you can get a ticket and that you're waiting to see me live. That is something that I have not yet encountered until recently, and it's because of you that I know that this is happening because you're telling me. um so I guess Nubian team is that's a snowball thing too. I see that that is also forming in something, especially on Lemonade, um YouTube, even TikTok. I just feel like and the community that's being fostered is starting to become very apparent to me and very strong. And I appreciate all of you for like the little things that you're doing to push me ahead, because I don't know if you understand how big that stuff is. There's many of you that never hesitate to comment on something, never hesitate to like something. Anything I post, you guys are like right on it, and you're sharing it, you're reposting, you're liking, you're commenting, you're like doing all of the things on your end to help me, which I am so grateful for. I think you all understand how big that is. I don't think you do. But I feel the love. I feel the encouragement from your side. I feel the push forward. I feel your belief in me. Um, and it's a very real thing. And I just want all of you to know like how appreciative I am for you doing all of that, because you could just decide not to, right? Like you literally can just be like, oh, I saw a video and then not do anything. And many of you are taking the time out to acknowledge and let me know that you're watching, and let me know that, to keep going, and that you're going to support me along the way, and you're taking those steps. And I'm just incredibly grateful. Um, to all of you. Some of you have been duetting my videos, and I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Like, I just don't think you understand. Hi Thomas, Thomas Brooks on TikTok. Hi Diane Moultrie. Hi Kyle Bethel. Hi Michael Baker on TikTok. Throw some hi if you can. I don't think any of you understand like my appreciation and love for you. I love y'all. Like it's like y'all get something that I didn't understand. You get what trying to revamp my whole career, and I did a whole overhaul, right? Like career of even what it is that I as an artist and who I am as an artist has completely changed. From people who were there from the very, very beginning, thank you for sticking with me. Because I know that it has been like a 180. As far as the type of artist. And I feel as if you all allowed me to grow. You're still allowing me to grow. You're allowing me to fall. You're allowing me to make mistakes. You're allowing me to get back up. You're helping me dust off. You're giving me the words that it takes for me to try again. And I'm not even saying that just like from the Aaliyah record, but like you guys are right there beside me like understanding what it is that I'm doing before anyone gets it. Um, and a lot of you have come on and you just got it right away. I didn't have to over explain to you what it was that I was doing. And many of you so supportive and so encouraging. And it really does make me emotional. Um, because of the fact that hi Gilbert, hi Darren, hi Kim, hi hello Tati, hi Nasho, hi David on Instagram. Um it really does make me emotional, and maybe that's why I'm taking so many breaks because of the fact that like I get teary-eyed when I honestly think about um what it is that you all are doing every single day to make sure that into the algorithms. You know, a lot of the times you post and no one sees it. And you know, you all are like, no, I'm gonna like it so that it can get out there. I'm gonna push that forward so that she can like have more reach. And it's so important for like independent artists to that type of support because there are no dollars like helping that. Um, you know, not no big dollars, you know what I'm saying? Of course we invest in our careers, but there's no machine behind us that's just like pushing us in front of people no matter what the algorithm is doing. And all of you are taking the time out to make sure that I make it in there. And I'm just grateful because, like I said, I have been working so hard. Many of you doing this live, y'all don't even understand. I love the Bedroom Chronicles. It is so hard to do. You know, everybody talks about, oh, go live, be consistent, yada yada yada. But like, I have a 9 to 5, y'all. Like, I'm not just doing content all day. Like, that's not my life. I don't live in a content house. There's none of that going on. So this is really me after being at work all day, really like picking myself up by the bootstraps just to be here. And so, you know, between the Bedroom Chronicles and the Staircases, which is its own beast, of recording days and editing and all this other stuff that I have to do, queuing and everything, um, it is a lot of work and it's exhausting. Like I'm exhausted all the time. I'm not gonna lie. And it's not just from making content, it's from the everything, right? Like it's like your 9 to 5, the content, family, friends, trying to make time for everything. Um, and I'm very family oriented, so I do a lot as far as family goes. And so it's just exhausting. And you know, there's some people that I haven't even been able to get up with. Hi Victor on TikTok. There's some people I've been able to get up with because of the like I'm just going all the time, and like I said, I'm creating new music, I'm recording new music, I'm so there's and making sure that I show up to make this stuff go. So like the fact that you all are supporting that and in a real way, and you're like, okay, she's putting out these videos, she's putting out this content, I'll go ahead and I'll give her that like so that it can do what it needs to do because she worked on all of this. Let me like, even though you guys feel like that's not a big deal, it's such a big deal, and it means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? um I'm just like trying to calm myself down because I don't want to get overly emotional about this. But you all mean a lot to me, Nubian team. And for those of you who've never seen my face before, you're like, what is this girl doing? What is she talking about? Whatever have you. Hi, my name is Taja New. I am a rhythmic pop artist. I have been making music and an artist for over 10 years now. I had a career that was something. And then, hey, Angelo, I see you're on YouTube now. It was doing something, and then COVID wiped it all away, and I had to start from scratch, build it back up, and with like no idea what was gonna like how I was gonna do it, what it was gonna look like. And so this is why, like today, I am feeling so much gratitude and feeling as emotional as I do because or as I am because I could be making content and putting stuff out there, and it could just be whatever. There could be nobody who cares about it, right? But that's not what's happening. And it's because of people, like not some like pushing the buttons like at a label, not because anything else other than like everyday people like you all that just log on and decide like going to support that because I want to see her do and nothing else. Like you guys are literally just deciding to be here for just that because you want to see me succeed. And it's a very selfless act. And even though, you know, we're talking about social media, right? And like, oh, a like or whatever have you. Oh, like it's not that I define myself by engagement. I don't define myself by that. But the industry looks at that to define where you're you get what I'm saying? So it's not that it's I'm internalizing it. It's that that's the requirement in order to get to the next level, and you guys are helping me fulfill that requirement to get there. Like you're deciding to be selfless and do that. That's what I'm talking about. That's the part that makes me emotional because in this space, it's the equivalent as far as bookings go and things like that. It's the equivalent of you guys, I mean, still listen to my album. solicit material out now, but it's the equivalent of going somewhere and buying an album. It's the equivalent of showing up to a show. It's the equivalent of that in cyberspace. I mean, still, y'all, I cannot wait to meet some of you guys live and in color. I am working so hard to get some dates on the schedule in other states and other countries. But that's a lot of work. But I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do that. And no, I'm going to be able to do that in 2026. Like I said, I've manifested this. So bear with me with that. So I will see you all in person then. And I really can't wait because there's just so many of you that I'm like daily. Like I know you. I know your screen names because of the fact that daily I know if no one else says anything or like new people don't look at my videos or whatever have you, I know that you guys are gonna go on there and say something or whatever have you. Like I know you. I feel like I know you um, as being part of the Nubian team, and I'm grateful for it. Hi Felicia. Um, so I just wanted to get on here. If any other updates for all of you, um, you know, it's just I am just overjoyed. And like I said, I don't know what it feels like to gain momentum in this climate. I don't know what stardom feels like in this climate, but I feel like I'm pretty freaking close to it doing something from this like small little snowball that we have. So, um, thank you. And uh, it's gonna be something this ride together. Like I said, New England Music Awards is coming up next week, and I may just go live for a little bit so that you guys could all be there with me. Um, it's like new territory for me, and there is some comfort there that you all are able to kind of be there with me and be on this journey, like side by side with me. Because when I tell you, there's something I'm just so nervous about because I just never have been, like I've never been in certain rooms or whatever. Um, so like it does give me some solace that okay, I'll just go live with the Nubian team for a little bit so I can like calm my nerves. Um, but I appreciate you all. I'm gonna get off this because football. I do want to, send condolences. And like, hold on, because I do not want to butcher his name. Marshawn Nealon. I want to give condolences to his family and his friends. He passed this morning. Um, Part of the Dallas Cowboys, and hi Madden Gamer on YouTube. Um, he was a Dallas Cowboy player. It's just really, really sad what took place with him and I encourage everybody to take care of yourselves. I have to remind myself that all the time because I'm just so go 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 and always doing and doing. Madden Gamer, I hope that you subscribe. I'm always doing and doing a million things at one time and sometimes forgetting to sleep. Sometimes, going without like actually eating something, not realizing that I'm not doing that. Sometimes not taking the time to like give my brain a rest and give my mind a rest from the like, the doing and the next thing and the next thing. I'm always there. Um, and so, I encourage all of you to take care of yourselves, um, to find what it is that makes you happy and gives you some type of calm and some type of peace in this life because your mental health Oh, you are? Yay! Your mental health is very, very important. And you're present. And I know my grandmother, she used to tell me, she said, she used to go, Taja, baby, a mind is a terrible thing to lose. She used to tell me that. And I know what she's saying now more than ever. It's not like she was saying that in the day where like mental health was like so like in the front and people knew about mental health. People know like, it's important. She was saying this way before any of the like actual coverage on it and like outward knowledge about it. And she used to remind me that the mind is a terrible thing to lose. And I feel like I get what she was saying, now more than I did when she said it. um but I just want all of you to take care of yourselves, you know and just remember that you are loved. And with no one else, you feel like no one loves me, no one cares, or whatever. I care. I care. So I want all of you to take care of yourselves. I want you to just remember that there's someone out there that does care about you. There's someone out there that wants you here. And like I said, my deepest condolences to Marshawn Nealon's family and his friends. A really, 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 really sad, sad, sad. Oh my God, am I crying? Is my face wet? I told you I'm like super emotional today. Um, so yeah. Oh, Madden Gamer. My brother-in-law is actually high functioning autistic as well. So, hey. Um, but yeah, I love all of you. I love all of you. Madden Gamer, I love you too. Um, so I'm off this. And I will see you all soon. I will be back next week on the Bedroom Chronicles, God willing. And I'll be posting some new content soon from the staircases. I'm excited for what's to come up because I did have like this crazy um, aha moment. I told you guys that I'm having those moments all the time with singing now, breakthroughs. And this breakthrough has to be one of the biggest ones that I've had. Um, thank you. Thank you, Madam Gamer. Um, this one has to be one of the biggest breakthroughs that I've had because I realized something and I was like, oh my gosh, I've been doing this wrong all these years. Just my approach, my overall approach was just not, it wasn't sustainable with my voice, but it also just it didn't allow flexibility with my voice. And now what clicked, I was like, holy crap. So I'm actually excited for this week's videos because it's just it unclicked last week. So if you saw any other videos last week, the change happened at some time last week, and now I'm just fine tuning it and kind of bringing it in and tweaking it and nurturing it and all that stuff. So I'm excited for this week's staircases. But anyway, love you all. I'm off this, and I hope you have an amazing week. Keep being you. I love it so much. And until next time,